This is my audience. In the words of Helen Keller, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Hey y'all, my name is Lauren Hatch and I'm currently a junior in college. If you ask me, my most predominant characteristic is how cultured I am. Growing up in Houston and the travel experiences that I've had have led to a heavily cultured life. Growing up in Houston, I was basically at the center of a cultural melting pot. From a young age, I have met people from all over the world. A day in Houston, you can start downtown Chinatown, eating some dumplings, head over to the south side for some soul food, and finish off with some South American cuisine. Living in Houston, my papa was also able to work for the United Airlines. This has led to some amazing travel experiences for my family and I. Of these trips, I'm going to talk about 3. Amman, Jordan, Sydney, Australia, and Europe. I spent a month in Amman during Ramadan. During the time of Ramadan, the people of Amman fast during the day and start their day once the sun has set. Because of this, I was able to try some amazing traditional food, such as rolled grape leaves, candied dates, which is basically their chocolate, and every meal you finish with a cup of tea. In the Middle East, if you're ever offered a cup of tea, you never decline. It's considered rude. While in Amman, I was able to wear a traditional hijab, which is the face headscarf, and ride a camel through the desert. I was also able to visit Petra, Jordan, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. I was able to see the Dead Sea and slather on that nourishing mud. I was also able to see how they drive on the wrong side of the road, which was a shock, to say the least, when I saw a car coming up. I also visited Sydney, Australia. While in Sydney, I was able to visit some of their landmarks, such as the Sydney Opera House, the Sydney Bridge, and I was even able to climb to the top and look over and see the Sydney Harbor and get a 360 view of the city. We were able to visit the Blue Mountains and see the wildlife. We visited the Aborigines people, which are the native to Australia. They live a very secluded but very cultural rich lifestyle. We were also able to try some of their different cuisine, such as a kangaroo steak, which I know sounds crazy, but it's basically like their cows. We were also able to see how every morning as the sun comes up and sets, the surfers were out like crazy because apparently that's the best time to catch the waves. Lastly, I visited Europe. We went to England and France. In Europe, I was able to visit Buckingham Palace, which was amazing. The Queen definitely lives an A1 lifestyle. After the palace, we were able to have a traditional proper tea party, which was a great experience, and we were able to visit the Stonehenges, which is also one of the 7 wonders of the world. Next, we went to France. We were able to visit the Eiffel Tower, the Notre Dame, and see the Mona Lisa. One of the biggest differences I noticed is in England you have your cup of tea, but in France you drink super dark espresso with every meal. We were also able to see the difference in the bathrooms. You would think, may I use the restroom would be the answer, but you asked for the water closet, something I learned very quickly. If you ask me, I feel like I have a very cultured life and am a very cultured person. If you ever get the chance to travel yourself, I would highly recommend it. It not only leads to an open mind, but an enlightened lifestyle. Thank you for attending my speech and have a great day.